There were a couple times where when we were filming in Greenland that we were walking on a frozen ice lake, and of course, it's extremely slippery. You're walking on pure ice, and we were trying to walk as as like we've been walking on the ice for years, but it was just impossible. Everybody was slipping, everybody was falling. Every single person on the crew fell at least once. And like we were filming the scene, and then Knight was like, "You guys have to walk like
Yeah.
you've done this for years." And I was like, "Knight, if that's possible, you walk over to me right now and don't slip once." And he started walking to me, and boom, slipped on his bum. So
It
I
was
felt
funny
pretty good.
because in our costumes for Greenland there would be like so much fur. So just to look over here, you would have to turn your whole body because if you do this, you can't. All you would see is fur.
Yeah.
But they had to put screws in the bottom of our boots so we could have some grip.
And you all
She fell
stuck.
so many times.
I felt so no, not even.
So
I can't
funny.
even blame Greenland ice because I fell in Philadelphia randomly. I
Well, look at
always
those
fall.
shoes. I mean, that's just like that's a stair. That's an entire stair step.
They are fashionable, Jackson.
Yeah, right. I don't know anything about fashion, so
There was one moment where we played a joke on Dev, which I generally play jokes on the actors, but if they're little kids, I don't try to, pick on them. But Dev's old enough that I can pick on him. And he's taller than me too, so that also makes him a deadly target. So there's one scene where he gets frozen. Katara freezes him in ice, and we actually had put ice around, like a suit that looked like ice around him. And then I told the crew all knew about this. So as soon as it was in and we finished the shot, I was like, "That's lunch," and everybody left without any acknowledgement to him. And he's trapped in there. And it took him a minute to realize everyone's leaving, because he thought someone would undo him. And then it's dead silent, like the set. But no one had left. We all were behind him. He couldn't move. And after a while, he was like, "Hey, hey." And then we all started laughing and came around. We actually sent someone to walk by him as if they didn't even recognize him. And then he was like, "Hey."
That was this crazy moment, right, where my character gets frozen in ice by Katara, and they had this little contraption they built where basically they just encased me in these two massive plastic, this sort of ice sheet thing, and I couldn't move. So we did the scene for around about 45 minutes, and I'm standing there, and the only thing I can do is like move my head around, and then afterwards everyone did this prank which I wasn't aware of, where they all cut and went for lunch. And I was like, "What?" I was stuck in the ice, and everyone just left, and they switched off all the lights one by one, and I'm just like, "Hello, I'm here." And the cameras were still rolling, and I didn't realize. So there's like a good 10 minutes of footage of me just like, just like stuck in this cube of ice, which is funny.